is, and we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we are bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. And guess what? We have the honor and a privilege of being able to do that today with none other than Dr. Nephetina Serrano. How are you, Dr. Serrano?
I am doing just well. To God be all the glory. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be back on the Kim Jacobs Show.
I know now you can't come on the Kim Jacobs Show and we not talk about a wide variety of things, but obviously today our focus is definitely going to be a lot about Gabe'S Heart Foundation. So as you all are grabbing your virtual seats, I want you to go ahead and encourage everyone you know to tune in, because we're going to be talking about something very special today, which is in honor of my 12-year-old son, Gabriel Michael Jacobs, who transitioned from this earth 10 years ago. And it's, you know, I don't mourn. I don't think I mourn as normal situations, I guess, but it is, you know, I have my faith and my belief that he's okay and he's in heaven. So that's what I believe. And that's really, when I say the only thing, Dr. Nephetina, that can keep me going, that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Without that, it wouldn't be possible. That's for sure.
Well, you know what, Kim, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on the show today. You know, your light continues to shine. And, you know, one of the things that I love about you is that it's even though I know you have a bad day, you never allow that bad day to interrupt how good God is in your life and making sure that you still shine light. And so I love what you're doing on your show, the Kim Jacobs Show, shining light, being an example and an inspiration to the community. It is just, you know, you're just incredible. The work that you do is incredible. And the Gabe'S Heart Foundation that you founded on behalf of your amazing son. I'm telling you, every story you share, every guest, you know, that you uplift and encourage, you allow us to be able to continue to pay it forward. And every moment is dedicated to inspiring others. So I am just grateful to be here today to be able to talk about this handsome young man, honey. You birthed out some beautiful children, because I've seen the other two, okay?
These are all of my children,
yes.
actually.
Your children are just you guys are such a beautiful family. I'm gonna tell you what, and you're not skipping a beat. You know, it's like Gabe is still here with us. And that's how much you share about him that make us feel like, when I'm gonna see him? When am I gonna see? Where is he coming from?
Right.
So thank you for keeping him alive. Thank you for keeping that heartbeat going on his behalf. I know that he is shining, you know, smiling down on you, on all of us, for the great job and work that you're doing. So thank you again for having me.
Thank you for being here. I want to make sure I looked over here. I was trying to find all kinds, because do you know there's like a gazillion things about you on social media? You are everywhere. And I'm going to do this properly, because Meet Her Excellency is one of the bios. I was like, look at this bio. Meet Her Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Nephetina Serrano, PhD, UN Global Ambassador for Peace. These are things that are everywhere on social media about Dr. Nephetina Serrano, relationship expert. You're the marriage CEO. Ambassador Dr. Nephetina Serrano is a global relationship strategist, transformational speaker, humanitarian, visionary, dedicated to empowering women, families, couples worldwide. And you are the CEO, and with your husband, of Covenant Rescue 911, co-founder of Covenant Marriages, and chief publisher of Serrano Legacy Publishing, a 10-time best-selling author, and you are known for the Marriage Corporation and co-hosting of The Serrano Show.
Yes,
Yes,
girl.
Dr. Nephetina Serrano is here today.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I almost welled up listening to that. I write it. I have people that write that stuff about me, and but when you hear it, it becomes your reality. You really understand that God does have a place and space for you on this earth, to do a work that He's called you to do. And I'm humbled and grateful that He honors me and that He trusts me enough to do those things that I'm doing right now in the earth to make impact. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm glad too that you've chosen to walk alongside Gabe's Heart Foundation, especially as we're shining light on sudden cardiac arrest. And this month, the month of October, is Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month. That's
Mhm.
a tongue twister. Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month.
It
And
is.
so I'm really glad because I believe this personal connection that we've had by just doing things through talk shows and through networking events and things that we've been a part of, really, when I found out some of your personal story, I realized how important it was for you to be a part of Gabe's Heart Board. So as you serve, what initially drew you to the mission of Gabe's Heart Foundation, which is to help, obviously eradicate sudden cardiac arrest in young people?
Well, honestly, Kim, having known my story a little bit, my brother, my youngest brother, passed away. I guess maybe 5 years ago now. So I'm on your tail, And when he passed away, he was born with a kidney renal disease, and he had a kidney transplant. It lasted him for 21 years. I think at year about 19,
Right.
it started presenting some challenges, and we knew that he was going to need another transplant.
Mm.
Understanding that when my brother did pass, it was sudden. It was sudden,
Yes.
and
Remember that. Was that in 2022? What
it
Roosevelt?
was right when COVID hit. When the week after the shutdown,
And
he
his name's Roosevelt?
no, that's my brother that's right under me. I'm still
Oh,
his old.
okay. Because
But
I see why I'm
Tyree Christopher. That's Tyree Christopher.
Tyree. Okay,
Yeah,
because I saw several young men on your page over there, and they
Tyree
all
Chris
look like you. So Tyree Christopher is the youngest that had this thing.
youngest. He was the baby boy and the youngest of the family, of four, from my mother's children.
Okay.
So he was like our baby. That was like my husband and I's son. Like my husband met him when he was 4, and
Mm,
I got my bonus daughter when she was 3.
right.
So these two were like our children, and Tyree was a just made a big impression on anyone who met him. He was full of life, never complained, always rode the streets of Philadelphia on the city bus. Honey, he loved riding the bus, and he loved going downtown Philadelphia and just hanging out. That was his thing.
Okay.
He would walk and dream. And he was a young entrepreneur. He had a clothing line. He did music. His dream was to be in the NFL. And when he realized that that was going to happen, he just began to pursue other things, kind of walking in my husband's footsteps in some ways, because he started learning photography and videography and
Right.
radio broadcasting. We took him to a course with us here live in Philly at Philly Cam, and he just loved that. So when you and I connected and I heard your story about Gabe,
Mhm.
and I realized, wow, those sudden losses in life, they hit you in a way that you can't even catch your breath.
That's
It's
right.
like you just don't understand. It's almost like you're in another world,
Yep.
and the world around you no longer exists. You are just in this bubble, and
That's
that's how I felt. My baby, like my mom, that's her baby too. She raised them and did all that and birthed them out. But
but he was your baby,
he was
technically.
my baby. He was my baby. I'm 20 years older than him. And Tyree he knew he was the baby. That I called him baby, and he was baby. And
Right.
So even at 30, 35 years old, I was still calling them baby. But I know one thing about it. It drew me to your story.
Mm,
It drew me to your story because I realized, wow, it your children all matter.
that's right.
But when you lose a child or someone that represented that person in your life,
That's
I
right.
can't even imagine for you and my mom who physically birthed these children out into the world. But for me, it was the loss of a sibling on a slash son on a level that I never anticipated.
Mm,
So I knew I wanted to be a part of the Gabe Hart Foundation. I knew I wanted to be a part of seeing someone's child live and not die
mm,
should something occur in their lives where they find themselves on that floor, on that court, wherever they are, and they need help, that the people that are surrounding them will have
right.
access to the defibrillator to be able to provide the
Mm,
help that that person needs. And that is why I'm here. That is why I stand alongside you. I feel, I know that in future times I'll be able to walk a little more closely. And hopefully we can do something in every city, in every state. One day it'll become a national holiday, a national day that we acknowledge the Gabe's Heart Foundation, because people are going to begin to see how this effort is saving lives across America and around the world ultimately.
mm.
So you got me. I'm here. I may not be there physically all the time and able to serve as I would love to, but I hope that someone that is listening today, someone that is watching today, that you will understand that the Gabe's Heart Foundation is a matter of life and death. We are not just here asking for dollars, though we need them. We're not just here just asking for you to come out and be a part of a walk, though together we stand, united we stand. That's a beautiful thing. But
Right.
what we're saying is we want you to make your voice be heard in your city, in your state, in your community, and let them know that this is a foundation that every city and state need to participate in, because it is about saving a life now, right
Mm,
now, right
mm.
now.
Wow. The whole time when you were talking, I was so determined too to make sure that I try to find something that represents your younger brother. Now you said Christopher, right?
Christopher Tyree, yes.
Was this
That's my
okay? I was like, please God,
That's
let me find
my baby.
a
And
picture
you can see
of
he knew he was my
Christmas.
baby.
That's Christopher Tyree, right?
That's Christopher. That
What a
is. It's
beautiful
actually Tyree Christopher, because
Tyree.
I call him Christopher Tyree. But my mom
Okay,
was
okay. 'Cause I thought you
like
said Tyree.
Tyree when he was
Tyree.
born.
And I put this up because sometimes again when you have your own personal experience
Yeah,
and with your brother transitioning from this earth, I know I was heavily close to you during this time frame,
yeah.
but I could see how it truly impacted your life and
Oh,
how you're going to be even doing some things pertaining to your brother and his legacy to ensure that his legacy continues to live on. So I
that's
wanted to give you space on today's episode to just talk from your heart about Tyree, Christopher, and
yeah.
how that even kind of fueled you to even be more closely connected with Gabe's Heart Foundation too.
Thank you for that moment. That's my baby. I can't even use the word was. No
Right.
matter what, no matter how many years, no matter how far along it goes, that young man made an impression on so many people and so many lives, and as I'm sure Gabe did, right? He looks like such a vibrant young man, a man full of life, and I can just imagine him, even being funny, and some of the things you talked about him. He looks kind, even in his appearance,
Right.
even though his stature was tall, and but he looks like such a kind person.
And he
Just
literally, Gabe literally was the exact way that he came across. He had fans when he was 12
oh,
years old. That was him. Number 95 was the jersey that they retired at the
wow.
Northeast Dolphins. And when people see it in a memorial room that we had, they actually would think that it's an NFL jersey. I'm like, no, that's actually a little league. He was in the
Yeah.
little league in this picture. So
He looked like he was gonna go big league though. Yeah, he don't look. He looked like his game face was on. Okay.
oh, seriously. And Dr. Serrano, the thing that I also say too, back in that time, he was even a kind, gentle soul then, having fans at the age of 12 years old, where people, the little kids would come up and he would sign their autographs. They would
Wow.
stop the football games just to check and verify that he literally was 12. Because they were like, that being is not 12. So they thought he was playing above his level. But he
Oh
literally
wow.
he was 12
Oh, nice.
and loved football to the point where, as you can see him and
Oh,
his siblings, he
yeah.
would sleep with the football. So it wasn't just a joke to him, but he also would stop the game if anybody would get hurt or anything in the football game. The coach
Yeah.
would, you got to keep going, Gabe. He's like, Coach, somebody has fallen, and
Yeah.
he's and lift the person up and make sure that they were okay. But
Oh wow.
so big on anti-bullying is what he was also on, even though I think that speaks volumes to the type of heart that he also had, being
Wow.
named after Gabriel and Michael, the angels, and then also having that heart of not being a bully and making sure that everyone felt special, you know?
Wow. That is just so amazing. I am just, oh my goodness. I know anyone that hears his story is like, "Ooh, I wish I would have had an opportunity to know him personally." But thank you for sharing him with the world. Thank you for sharing him with us. And, I hope that the people that are watching today will be about the cause. If you look on my page at Dr. Nephetina Serrano, I did post up the flyer, and I posted up some information about the organization because I believe you need to know who labored among you and who he was as an individual, as a person, and what um, Kim Jacobs is doing for and on behalf of her son to shine his light um, to within the world, to let you know that you can support this cause. You can be about it. We're not just asking for a prayer, though we need those.
Yes.
You to sow. We need you to talk about him. We need you to participate in the various ways that Kim will tell you later on in the show how to support, how to participate. I did put the information on my page, and I will put a link there later on as well, so that you can have a place to go and make sure you sow, so we can continue to grow the Gay Park Foundation.
That's good. Good. I put Dr. Nephetina Serrano on all social media platforms because I do want you all to make sure you stay connected with her. And one thing that we're also doing that is just something creative this year, we're giving a defibrillator away at our 5K walk. And the defibrillator is being given to, it doesn't matter what organization, no matter where you are around the country. If you win and you're outside of the United States, then the only thing you would have to cover is shipping and handling. But other than that, if you're in the United States, it's completely gifted and shipped to you. But this is a big deal. Post a 1-minute video on your social media page and then tag at Gabe's Heart Foundation and let us see those videos, because on Saturday, October 18th, we will be giving that talking portable defibrillator away. And it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful device with pads already attached and everything. You
Wow.
don't want to miss that opportunity. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, well, you guys get ready. You get your 1-minute videos together. I'm gonna do mine.
You're like, come on, Dr. Nefertina. And let me
I'm
see.
gonna do mine. I might even put my little youngest baby, the great grand now. I'm like, yeah, she's my grand niece, but I promise you, she thinks she's my granddaughter.
Funny. And people don't realize, Dr. Nefertina, that sudden cardiac arrest is the #1 cause of death in student athletes, and it can
Wow.
strike anywhere without any warning, and that's from Healthy Children statistics. So a lot of times people really don't understand that if there is not a defibrillator on hand, it doesn't give time for the paramedics to even
Mm,
get there.
mm.
So what do you wish from your perspective that every parent, coach, teacher, spiritual leader, it doesn't matter, everybody, anybody and everybody, what do you want people to think about when they think about these defibrillators?
When you're thinking about the defibrillator, as we're talking about heart and cardiac awareness month, this is the month of October.
Yes.
We're in the 10th month. This is also right after we began an ecclesiastical new year.
Mhm.
So I want you to understand that it gives a new life to someone that whose life may not be there anymore if they don't have this defibrillator readily, handily available
That's right.
to them. So when you are thinking about Gabe's Heart Foundation,
Mm.
make sure that you realize you are allowing someone to live again. You are allowing someone to be able to rise up against all odds
That's
and
right.
move forward. So think about this.
Mm.
Even though we don't want to go there, but it could be you, it could be me, it could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be your child, it
Yes.
could be your parent, it could be your neighbor, it could be your coworker, it could be your bestie. We have to bring it relative
Mhm.
to our own world,
That's
because the only way that we're going to overcome is that we do this thing together. There is no I in team. We have to do this collaboratively and together. So I am asking you, I am encouraging you to look beyond yourself when you are thinking about Gabe's Heart Foundation, when you are thinking about what can I do? How can I show up? How can I participate? This defibrillator is needed in every city, every state, every country. We need it to be near someone that may need it. So think about that. It may
wow.
not be you today, but we don't know what tomorrow brings. So let's just bring the defibrillators to the states and the cities.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Nephetina. And I've highlighted you because I'm like, that's just such an important message because it's one of the biggest initiatives when we talk about the initiatives that we focus on with Gabe's Heart Foundation. For everyone that's tuning in, we are here on the Kim Jacobs Show where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. And today we're doing that, talking about Gabe's Heart Foundation with one of our board members, Dr. Nephetina Serrano. So I'm really grateful to have her here with us today. And she is the host of the Serrano Show, as well as board member here of Gabe's Heart Foundation. And you've heard me talk about her excellency as well because of her global recognition around the world. So I just am really glad that you've chosen to be a part of Gabe's Heart. Now, with these initiatives, one of the biggest things that we focus on is getting these defibrillators so they can be placed anywhere around the country. And so
Mm.
it's not just a local thing. We've had them placed in Kansas City, Missouri, all kind of places, you name it. And I believe that it's a life-saving measure for people. Any thoughts on just that particular initiative that we're working on and how important it is from your perspective? I know you've said some things already, but I just want to make sure I give you full reign to be able to just
Oh my
say,
goodness. Um, Around the world globally, as it pertains to that, um, what the world needs now is love. You
yes,
know, it is the one thing that there's still too little of. The song was right when who sung that, Gladys Knight, but whomever that was that sung that song. Let me just say this: we need to understand that we matter, you matter, I matter.
that's right.
So in the scheme of the big picture,
Mhm.
we're all needed
That's
to
right.
bring this thing to fruition. We are
Yes.
all needed in this picture to do our part. And
Uh,
there is no part that's too small.
mm,
So whether you're calling your congressman, whether you're talking to your neighborhood school, whether you're sharing Gabe's heart with your neighbor,
that's right.
even go as far as what I would love to do is to have a Philadelphia Gabe's Heart Foundation walk here
Absolutely.
in the
Please.
city of brotherly love,
Mhm.
right? And sisterly affection. we want to make sure that we are spreading this word around the world, so that wherever I go, whether I am in Italy, whether I am in Africa, whether I'm in the Philippines, wherever I am, I want to be able to take the Gabe's Heart Foundation and share something about it from whatever platform that I'm about. The same way I do for, African Women Health Project International, African Women Leadership Organization, and these various organizations that I participate in. And of course, none other than Women of Achievement. Okay, I got to talk about the Legacy Queens. Hey, girl, hey. And so, absolutely, which these are foundations and organizations that I participate in, that I'm a part of. And, you say, how can I do that? Because I understand that there's power in one. And if there's going to be change, it needs to begin with me.
That's right.
And so I avail myself to other organizations to serve, because that's what I'm here to do. At the end of the day, no matter what title I have, servant is the number one title. I am here to serve. I was birthed in the earth to serve, right? To the edification of man, to the glorification of God, to the building up of the kingdom. And that is what I intend to do until I have no more breath in this body. All right.
100% witness that. So if there's ever anybody that the Lord need to call as a witness, it'd be like, you can go ahead and call Kim Jacobs, because I've totally in action, not making excuses, but literally doing everything you can to salt the earth. And that's what I believe part of my goal and mission is in life, is to be able to salt this earth and to leave no stone unturned. And I'm going to do it God's way, the way that I believe that he wants it done. So that's why I think I'm so drawn to you, because you have that dedication to strengthening families and communities. And I believe that Gabe's Heart Foundation allows families to stay together longer if we can get these defibrillators placed around the country. So it goes in alignment with your life's mission, in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am just happy to be considered worthy and honored to be trusted to be on the board of the Gabe's Heart Foundation. And I certainly want to make sure that I am shining a light on the foundation and making a difference in this world, to let you know that, we have to save a heart, save a heart, save a heart, save a heart, and let someone live again, right? When life is trying to, take them out of here, and you can say, no, not this time. That's it, right? And give them more life to live, because they deserve it. They deserve to have those opportunities. And so, for whatever reason, God chose to allow, right, this to come about. Yeah. And now look at what we're doing. We're shedding a light on a dark situation that has been happening for a very long time. And not many people are talking about it. Our kids are falling to the wayside on the courts, on the fields, right? Walking home from school. And we don't have any support or help, nothing nearby. And we have to make sure that that does not continue to happen. So please support the Gabe's Heart Foundation. Please make sure that you make your voice heard in your community, in your churches, and in your state, and talk about heart, saving a heart, and the Gabe's Heart Foundation. And remember, you heard it on the Kim Jacobs Show.
You definitely heard it on the Kim Jacobs Show. I also want to give you a chance to hear this quick video from our chairperson of the board, and she's encouraging you all to do that 1-minute video. So let me play it for a second.
Hi guys, I'm Shawn Hall, chairman of the board for Gabe's Heart Foundation, and guess what? In this box, I have a lifesaver. It is a defibrillator. It's the machine that you use that will talk you through how to bring somebody back to life if they go down from cardiac arrest. Listen, if you are a church, if you are a youth serving organization, if you're a nonprofit and you're here in the Charlotte area or anywhere in the world and you submit a 1-minute video, this could be yours. Tell us why having a defibrillator can change the life of your congregation, your organization, your loved one. Okay, so do that quickly, and we hope to see you soon. And make sure you tag Gabe's Heart Foundation, and we will be sure to use your video. I hope you win.
All right, everybody. So listen.
I hope I win.
chairperson of the board, and we are so excited because I want people to know that it's not us, just ourselves, only the two of us out here saying this. We are literally asking you all to rally around this 10th year walk. It's 10 years since Gabe transition, and so we're wanting everybody. We've had football teams come out and walk together from their school in years past, wearing their t-shirts, or wear whatever you want. It's a free walk, and we encourage you to come and be a part. And every year we've been having this since 2015, since was 2016. And so I want you to come out. We will be walking on the actual Northwest Gabe'S Middle School track, but we're also going to be walking throughout the community this year for the 10 year. So all you have to do is go to gabesheartfoundation.org. Register. Is free, but you have to register because the city of Kannapolis, we need to have all of the waivers signed. You can't walk on the track and stuff without signing everything. So make sure you go to gabesheartfoundation.org. And many people are still trying to figure out how can they sponsor the organization and donate. Here's how you can do that. You can go to gabesheartfoundation.org. You can go to paypal.me/Gabe's Heart Foundation, or you can even use Givelify by typing in Gabe's Heart Foundation, or you can Zelle Kim at gabesheartfoundation.org as well. And so those are some of the ways that you can contribute to Gabe's Heart Foundation. I think that whenever I think about this, one of the things I found was the fact that we don't only do the walk, but we do a demonstration. And last year we did the demonstration. It was so impactful. I actually really broke one of my children down significantly because it was very overwhelming to witness and to watch a life-saving measure like that take place. I'll make sure I put some pictures up of that too. And this is Gabriel's memorial room here. So do you, any other comments, thoughts, anything as I prepare to put some more pictures up?
You know, just as we're talking about the Gabe's Heart Foundation and the 5K walk, it isn't just another event, right? It's a movement to ensure that every school, daycare, after school care, program and recreation center is equipped with a defibrillator to help save a life when every second counts. So please think about that. Every second counts.
Yes.
And if you're able to get out and be a part of the walk, do that. And I mean, I would even, if you're not able to make it to that location, hey, just get out and go for a walk with some friends and family and neighbors and just, spotlight it, Facebook Live it, and let us know that you're walking on behalf of the Gabe Heart Foundation. We'd love to hear that.
Absolutely. And people have done that in years past. I've had my brother and his family and different people, actually hundreds of people around the country. They take their pictures and then they'll tag Gabe's Heart Foundation. So no matter where you are in the country, on October 18th at 8:00 a.m., make sure you're walking somewhere. And if you tag at Gabe's Heart Foundation, it will pop onto our page and we'll be able to post it and different things throughout the day. And so please make sure you do that. I did want to put some of these pictures up of Mary K. Body. She actually did our demonstration. She's certified in CPR and defibrillation training. And so she did a demonstration there at the 5K walk last year. And again, a very touching situation because she used the dummy thing there, but then she also used the child that you see, the young man, he volunteered to be a real life model for her as well. Wow. And it was just a really,
impactful.
It was very impactful situation. And as you can see the faces of different people, it's a very overwhelming experience.
I kind of feel it even now. That's I can see that being very, very impactful. Yeah.
And so with that being said, I want to make sure you know that since Gabriel passed away, a lot of people have reached out to me and said that as a result of hearing Gabe's story, they were able to get an ultrasound done of their child's heart. And they found an actual defect.
Wow.
Was able to get it surgically corrected, and now are able to have more time on this earth with their children. So this has happened in numerous instances. Anybody that ever shared your testimony, and Gabe has his story impacted your life, please do a testimonial video, anything. Even if you never do a video, or if you don't do anything but just tell somebody else through the grapevine, I know that it impacted you and it made a difference for you and your family. So for
Wow.
that,
I have a question for you, Kim. As you were talking, I began to think about it. If this is not too, emotional for you, are there any symptoms that people can look for in their child to know that they need to get that done? Not just the fact that their child is an athlete or anything like that, but what kind of signs or symptoms can people watch out for? Is there any? Were there any?
well, I can definitely, let me tell you from the perspective of my son Gabriel, no is the answer. Gabriel was the bill of health in our family. Out of 5 children that we have, he was the healthiest out of all of our children, if that
Wow.
makes sense. So we never saw any signs of anything. When he went to the doctor, they said he was the bill of health. This is a man child. He has adult organs. They were like, he's going to be a giant, like 6'8" or 6'9" or something. So he passed everything, every physical, every sports physical, every ultrasound of different body parts. He was the bill of health.
Oh.
Now, meanwhile, I have 3 children that you are aware of that had been diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, which is a lung disease.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think, well, that's something that's clinically diagnosed. So that
Right.
is so-called this thing which I don't claim certain things. So I try my best to
Right.
just keep moving, right? And
Okay.
going about business, because God is the author and the finisher of my faith. And I believe that with my whole heart. I'm a pastor, everybody. Even though I'm Gabe's mom, I believe in the Lord. And so I believe in the Lord and his word, right? And I also believe that when it's our time to leave this earth, we're going to leave this earth. I do believe that too. But I believe God gives us wisdom, and he gives us the doctors and the people that he's given as gifts and talents to use their gifts and talents. So I say all of that to say that with Gabe, he passed every sports physical, every one, Dr. Nephetina,
Wow.
every single
Wow.
one. It
Wow.
was only through an ultrasound that he would have been able to even been diagnosed with the heart defect. The ultrasound is not something that's offered at the different sports clinics and different things that happen to our children. That's why that year that Gabe passed away, 10 other children passed away in the same city. That
Oh
is
my
insane.
gosh.
It was
Wow.
like the children were passing away. How is this possible? And the way that the parent gets the opportunity to know that their child has a defect is because they have collapsed. And when they collapse, it's only then by the grace of God if
Oh my
the
gosh.
child is going to get back up, or if the child is going to go home to go transition from this earth. And
Yeah.
our
Oh my gosh.
transition from this earth.
Mm-mm-mm.
That should never be the way that a parent finds out.
No, it should not. It should not. So it's very important that if you're watching the show today, or if you're watching it on a replay, or that you make sure that this is very important, because as she said, there were no signs. There were no signs. There were no signs, people. So we need to make sure that we are doing everything we can to bring about awareness, and to make sure that we can get these defibrillators in the hands of the community, in the hands of the people that need them when, God forbid, something like this does happen. Like I said, on a field or on a court, that they will have the help that they need in the moment that they need it, because
That's
every second counts.
Every second counts. Every second counts, and every heartbeat matters. That's the slogan. Every heartbeat matters. These defibrillators make a difference. This is 10 years that we are celebrating the life and legacy of Gabriel Michael Jacobs and the 501c3 organization. It is a 501c3, so your donation is tax deductible as well. And so we ask that as you do this, a lot of times companies are doing matching gifts. So I've had people that have donated through their jobs, and then their companies match the funds. Please make sure you consider Gabe's Heart Foundation for those instances as well. But the walk is on October 18th. at 8 o'clock a.m. in Concord, North Carolina. You can learn more at gabesheartfoundation.org, and that's where you can register for the free walk as well. And I'm trying to make sure of anything else that oh, here, I see comments. I don't want to delay giving people. Okay, let's see. Charmaine, maybe you can read the comments for me, Dr. Nephetina, since you're kind of co-hosting with me.
She says, you are a blessing to so much people. We love and appreciate you, Kim.
Love you, Charmaine.
Sonia says, awesome.
Awesome, awesome. And let's see some more here. Oh, your husband.
Oh, he's on his lunch break. He said, service is leadership. Come on, honey, you better talk about it. Service is leadership.
Is leadership. Yes.
That's awesome. Wow.
And then
family. Overseer Claire Lofton Walton says, Claire Walton is watching. I didn't get to see what she said.
Prophetess Walton, yes. And so also over on Instagram, love, I see you, Tiki, love all of you all. Says, I need to meet her about Africa. Yes, love Ghana project.
Inbox me, yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So I want to make sure too that I give you a chance to just talk about some things pertaining to you and who you are as well, because a lot of times when people are on different boards, people don't always get to know the person behind the person that's on the board. So you have a lot of exciting projects in process right now. Just tell us about some things that's near and dear to your heart, and definitely about your husband. Just talk to us and I'll kind of flow. I have pictures and stuff, and I'll pop some things up about you.
Oh my goodness. So my husband and I work in life and in ministry together. As you already heard earlier, Kim Jacob mentioned that we have Covenant Rescue 911. It is a 24-hour hotline for couples and families in crisis. You can call that hotline and get support that you need in the moment. And if we're not able to provide that need through ourselves, we make sure that you get the help that you need. So we connect you. So we're like the midwives to couples, right? We help you get through those tumultuous times within your relationship. Or maybe you're just having a powwow and just need somebody to help mediate, a little bit of what's going on right there. So we're there for you. We also have The Serrano Show. The Serrano Show. It airs every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we talk about all things relationship matters. Because why? Because your relationship does matter. Whether it's with your mother, father, daughter, son, or your marriage covenant. We talk about those things that matter most to you. So we try to deal with the real issues. And we try to bring substance and real life scenarios to you on that show. We also, I am a multiple time award-winning best-selling author. And we have a book coming forth right now that we're getting ready to put out there. And that is Men Who Lead, Building Legacy, From Trial to Triumph. So that book is coming. If you'd like to participate on that book, again, you can go to Dr. Nephetina Serrano on Facebook or any social media, including LinkedIn. And I will be happy to give you more information on how you can collaborate and be one of the collaborators on that particular anthology for men. Because God said, our men's voices seem to be becoming silent. And we need to make sure that you have a story and that story gets told. So come and tell that story right here with Men Who Lead, Building Legacy with the Serrano's Legacy Publishing Company, none other than myself, Dr. Nephetina Serrano. I look forward to hearing from you. And those are some of the things that we're doing. Actually, this coming weekend, I'm going to be honored, and it's wonderful to be honored, but it's even more important to know that you are doing something worthy of being honored for.
That's right.
And so Dr. Elisha Ati of the Awelo organization, African Women Leadership Organization, he is the founder of that organization. And I kind of liken him like unto a TD Jakes for African women in leadership and entrepreneurship. And he's honoring 25 African Americans, right?
Is this right here?
It is this. Let me see. Let me go to it 1 second. I kind of lost you on my screen.
Oh,
so.
I have a Lifetime Achievement Awardee.
Yes, there you go. Paela, I think is how it's pronounced. Paela. It's Pan African American Leadership Awards. And I will be in Houston, Texas this coming Saturday receiving an award bestowed upon by this organization. I'm going to tell you what, I like to be about organizations that are about people because I love people. More than anything, that is my life goal, is to impact people, is to help you to rise above your circumstance and know that you matter. And understanding that, Kim, sometimes we need to learn to love ourselves more. It
Yeah,
doesn't mean we love others less. It
that's right.
just means that we're taking interest in who we are and whose we are and why we are.
Yeah,
That's so important that you remember that you cannot fully love anyone else until you love yourself.
that's right.
So those are some of the things that I'm doing in the earth right now.
So who I wanted to put this picture up because that seemed like near and
Oh
dear.
my gosh, that is my grandfather. But I didn't call him I call him granddaddy on occasion, but he was daddy. Daddy was my grandparents. We called them mama and daddy. And I am the firstborn granddaughter to my grandparents. I always have to say that. I know my cousin's like, she always got to say that. Yes. Because
Hey,
I
it's
was in this earth for 7 years before another
you free,
granddaughter.
right?
Huh? Say it again.
I
Say it
said
again.
the truth will set you free, right?
Come on now. But yeah, the Paella Awards, and I am, I am the regional vice chancellor for Trinity International University of Ambassadors with none other than Dr. Jacqueline Mohair, and she is doing a great work with Trinity International University. I love that school. I am so glad that I can say that I was a graduate and of that school. That's where I received my business doctorate, and I can just say this: I'm amongst an elite group of women, and she is doing a very good job with that organization, Trinity International. So thank you for, again, when people put you in positions of leadership, but then they allow you to lead, that's a whole nother thing. This right here is none other than Dr. Kishma George, Apostle Kishma George, that is. And we were here in Paris, honey, Italy, Rome. Italy, Rome, Italy, Rome. And I got to do the flying dress. And let me just tell you a little story. I actually did a little flying in that dress, okay? I went to go running down the runway, and honey, I flew down the runway.
That
So
is
we had a video, but something it got deleted. But
that's hilarious.
it is
Hilarious.
hilarious.
Well, this is
Yeah.
good. I just wanted to take a moment because, again, anytime you have someone that's taken the time to voluntarily be a part of your board and your mission behind Gabe's Heart Foundation, a lot of times people don't get to know the people behind that. Who's behind this board? Who's the people that make up the board? And so I wanted to feature you today. And let's see, this is something else that I love this quote. And if you could say it, because you're the one that quoted it. So say
Or it says, you've outgrown who you were. It's time to rise into who you're going to become and who you're currently becoming. Let the old fall away with grace and step forward into your next chapter with trust.
wow. And you have so many of those. If you all stay connected with Dr. Nephetina Serrano on all social media platforms, you're going to get constant inspiration. You'll see an interview over on her social media page with Dr. Les Brown interviewed her and her husband. And that was just an incredible interview and endorsement of what they're doing in their journeys. Also, I don't have the pictures, but tell everybody, I know your husband does some business ventures and things too. Anything else you wanted to say? I just wanted to make sure you take a chance.
My husband has Serrano's Coquito. It is a traditionally served around the holiday times, traditional holiday drink. Most people liken it as an eggnog, but it's not really. You'll know when you taste Coquito, okay?
Okay.
So,
I don't know.
he has it in version. He has it in vegan. He created a vegan style. It took him 6 months to perfect that recipe. But Serrano's Coquito, it brings families together. And I'm gonna tell you what, he has it in original chocolate, strawberry, and pistachio, which is the favorite in Puerto Rico. And he's serving that up. The other thing that he has is just so you know, that is a traditional a 30-year recipe that was passed down from his eldest brother.
Oh,
So yeah, my husband took it to another level. But I tell you what, it is an amazing drink. The other thing is he became Coquito King here in Philadelphia, and they had him live on the Bamba Live television show. So he has the title Coquito King. The
Cojito King. Okay, okay, there you have it.
the
And
other item is the Limber Pops. The Limber Pops, those are a Spanish, it's an ice cream with a water ice texture. And it's traditionally served up in a cup for those who are Hispanic of that culture. You know, they're normally served up in a cup, but my husband is taking those again to another level. And now he has Limber Pops, as in popsicle, but you know, they're Limber Pops because that's a trade name, popsicle. Nobody
wow.
knows who
And
that.
this is Hispanic Heritage Month, right? So
It
make
is.
sure we highlight that as well, and wanted to make sure you know
Thank
that these are some
you.
nice feature specials as well. And so you can learn everything about Dr. Serrano's husband, right, by following Dr. Nephetina Serrano. If you follow her, you're going to automatically get to her husband, Dr. Richard Serrano, as well, because they do life together and they thoroughly look like they're enjoying their lives together. All right, I think I've covered as much as I can cover. I just want to remind you, Gabe's Heart Foundation, the 5K walk is on October 18th. And just so you all know, we have an entire weekend that's in honor of, I'm also, like I said, a new pastor. And so that weekend of October 17th, which is coming up, October 17th, we're having our 1-year church anniversary, pastor and leadership anniversary. And then that we have Bishop Jenray will be our speaker for that. Then Saturday, we're doing Gabe's Heart Foundation 5K walk at 8 a.m. On Sunday, October 19th, we're having our 1-year church service, and Pastor Selwyn Davis is going to be speaking at that. And so it's a whole weekend. Just come to Charlotte, hang out for the weekend, and make a wonderful time of it. This is where we have our worship services
Nice.
right at the Brownstone Signature Events venue. And again, I'm new as a pastor, been in leadership in this regard, and for 1 year this upcoming weekend that we'll be celebrating. And so I invite you to be a part of all the festivities. I did do research to find the world's tallest defibrillator. Where is the world's highest defibrillator? And I was able to find where, let me find that article, because I thought
Wow.
this was amazing. I'd never known this, but this man, his name is David Sullivan. At 22,000 feet, he tested
Mm.
the life-saving device before installing it in a village near Everest Base Camp at 16,500 feet. David Sullivan is who this is. This photo is by him, and it's him doing this, putting a defibrillator that far up. And he is a father. I'm so honored to be able to just talk about him. I don't know him at all, but this dad of 4 from Oxted, England, became committed to improving sudden cardiac survival rates worldwide. And guess what? This is how God works. I have to put this picture because this is crazy to me. Watch this. Here's this
Wow.
photo. And guess what? Where's
What?
the To champion his mountainous mission, the 62-year-old traveled to the Himalayas to
Oh my God.
install what he claims is the world's highest defibrillator. So here is where he put this defibrillator, in the Himalayas.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at
I thought
that.
that was unbelievable. And then guess what? Final picture here from him that I saw in this article. I saw this on USA Today.
Oh wow.
Just 3 weeks after he put the world's highest defibrillator in the Himalaya mountains, guess what? The defibrillator became a life-saving measure where it is
Wow.
used to revive a young female climber whose heart had stopped.
Come on. Come on. That is amazing. Amazing. Listen, you can't write that. You know what I mean? It's like
You can't make this stuff up.
you
You
can't make
cannot.
that up. You can't. That's
So
just amazing.
So everybody, all I'm asking you to do is, if you haven't already, go to gabesheartfoundation.org. Any other thing you want to say about Gabe's Heart Foundation? Because we're going to close out. We've talked.
So it is a worthy cause, and it is, as you've heard here today, if you've listened at any part of this, you know that sometimes just seconds make a difference in the life of a person. And again, bring it home, bring it retrospect to who you are. It was someone else yesterday. Today it may be someone else, and tomorrow, who knows? It may be you, me, who knows? What we want to do is make sure that we have a defibrillator in all of the necessary places, especially where our children are and where our people are constantly, especially schools and institutions of learning. They definitely should be in schools, period. Like, that should be a requirement to have them there. So help us to help you, to help us. And let's do this. We can do it. We're the people. We can do it.
Every parent deserves to be able to have extended time on this earth if there is a solution out here for it to happen. And there is a solution, the defibrillators being put here on this earth in different pockets throughout the world. So if something happens, it can be properly utilized. The ultrasounds are not something that's just a given. It's something you have to really go through the process, talk with your cardiologist, say, listen, I have a friend, Kim, and her son transitioned from this earth. I want to get my child's heart checked, because they complain about different things that they may complain about.
Mm-hmm.
In our case, Gabe did not complain. There was no complaint. It was sudden and it happened immediately, and there was no coming back from it. So I don't want that to be your story. I want your story to say, I heard Kim's story, I heard about Gabe, and I went and got something done about it, and now my child is here for more time on this earth. That's what I want your story to be. So y'all come and be a part of Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org, and go ahead and register. Go ahead and donate to the organization. You can do that today. If you're not even going to be a part of anything, but you want to donate and you want to be one of the sponsors and you want to just support the organization, then go ahead and do that as well. Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org. And don't forget to post your 1-minute video on social media. That's going to be so important too. So you can tag at Gabe's Heart Foundation. All right, then, if all minds are clear over there, Dr. Nephetina.
Yes, I do want to give a shout out, because it's very recent, to Dr. Renee Huffman for the Queen Esther's Royal Coat Anthology, Volume 3.
Oh, yeah. I put that
I'm
picture
a co-author. Yeah, we just posted that. So that book is coming, but she's been posting all the reels and everything about it. So please support us and make it #1 bestseller when the day comes. We are definitely looking to see that book go far and wide. So thank you, Dr. Huffman, for allowing me to be a part of this anthology. I got the opportunity to be one of the leaders in the book under the authorship of Walking in Our Authority.
I put it up. I think you couldn't see it earlier on the screen when you were trying to see the screen.
Oh, yeah.
So Queen Esther's Royal Coat Anthology, Volume 3. And Dr. Nephetina Serrano is one of the featured authors, and that book is coming soon. It's so many. When I say it's limitless, the amount of things that this woman is a part of and that she's got her hands in, and for her to choose to still do Gabe's Heart Foundation is truly our honor and our privilege that you've decided to be a part. And so thank you for allowing us to be part of your journey as well with Gabe's Heart Foundation.
Yes. And remember the Kim Jacobs Show. This is where my husband and I got our start, and you can too. If you're looking to start a TV show, you want to reach out to her, Kim Jacobs. She is that girl.
I hadn't even thought about talking about that, because this wasn't about that today, right? So yes, if you are definitely looking to create your own show, and Dr. Serrano, both Serranos, Doctors Serranos, they have an outstanding show that comes on every Thursday,
Yep.
every Thursday at 8 p.m., correct?
Yeah, correct.
At 8 p.m. And their show is one of about 80 or so students that have graduated from my program on how to start your own talk show, virtual show, audio, video, and network ready show. I will do that training with you. It's a 6-week training, and you can receive 10% off if you just say that you saw it right here on the Kim Jacobs Show, and reach out to us right away because we only take 5 students at a time, and I'll be happy. So your experience of going with the training, say something, one sentence.
Oh my goodness, my experience of going with this training, you know, I feel like I'm always in training, but going through that training definitely gave us the boost of confidence that we needed. Although we had a television show prior to that on Domain Television Network, which we will be back on that network again, we just love the fact that going through your course, you're so personable. You're right there to answer the questions. You were right there to walk us through. You really were like a midwife to us to birth out this television show right here. And now the Serrano Show, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, all of the social media channels. And we are going to be entering television, your homes are from around the world very shortly again. And I just believe it was part of our pay it forward, Kim. This was what we felt led on our hearts to do, because maybe you can't afford your, counseling, because right now we're not governmentally funded. So, but maybe you wanted to just get some tidbits and live again, right? You can do that by going to our YouTube channel, The Serrano Show. And right there, The Serrano Show, the number 1, The Serrano Show and number 1. And you will find us there on YouTube with a lot of topics that really matter to families in crisis or families just on the daily living. So check us out. We're coming on tonight. We're going to be spotlighting a gentleman from Africa, from a part of Africa. He was actually a part of like an African apartheid, and he was raised as a young boy to kill. And he was able to come from under that. And you're going to hear some of his story tonight on The Serrano Show.
Wow. Okay, y'all, make sure you tune in to The Serrano Show. It's The Serrano Show 1 on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay, The Serrano Show 1, the number 1 on YouTube. And then it's 8:00 p.m. on Thursday nights. And again, you've met someone that is behind the scenes when we're just on a regular Zoom meeting in the middle of the night, and she's just taking any kind of hat off and role and responsibility and totally in serving mode is what she's in as a part of the board of directors for Gabe'S Heart Foundation. But this is who Dr. Nephetina Serrano is, and I just wanted to feature one of our board members. I'll be featuring others coming up here soon, so you get to know who's behind the board of directors with Gabe'S Heart Foundation. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, your excellency. And I'm not even saying that in any kind of joking way. It is so true. Your excellency.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, Kim. I love you. You are my sister from another mister, but we serve the same Father and God. And I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you all so much for tuning into oh, wait, your husband said, wait, if I get off and I don't say, he said, absolutely incredible. And it was something else he said to his sweetheart. Okay. He said, love you, Kim. Love you too. He said, Serrano's, limberpops.com. Okay. And he said, thank you, honey. Love you.
I love you too. He knows he is the cream in my coffee, and I love him. So
Lord, y'all gonna have to get a room, right? A permanent room, right? Together.
Oh yes, Kim. One last thing. We are going to be doing here in Philadelphia, but we're going to be outside Philadelphia, but we're doing a upcoming for the new year. We're doing a marriage retreat. It's not our first, but won't be our last, but we are grateful to Church of Compassion, Christian Compassion, right here in Philadelphia. That's my honey. I was a young girl then.
I done found all kind of photos. I'm deep diving, right?
Oh my goodness, yes, that's my honey, and I love it. So we're gonna be Church of Christian Compassion. We will be doing their Valentine, so February the 14th weekend. We will be doing their retreat, their couples retreat. That was just solidified on the other night. So I want to say thank you to the leaders of that church for allowing us to come and serve them. You know, we're looking forward to that. So if you're looking for a place to go during that love weekend, you want to come and seek out Church of Christian Compassion, because they are doing a Valentine list. This is going to be fire. Okay.
It's gonna be so much fun. Y'all don't get pregnant out there now. I don't know. And husbands and wives, y'all might get real close in that time frame. So have a good time. That's gonna be a beautiful occasion. Listen, everybody, I want y'all to just keep in mind that no child should have to. These are some of the siblings of Gabriel, and as you can see, that they are holding a picture of their brother. I don't want anybody else, if you can help it or we can help prevent it from happening, to have a photo instead of the real person being featured in that video. And I'm not trying to end on a low note, but all I'm trying to tell you is that you can make sure that every heartbeat continues to count, and that Gabe's heart continues to just keep beating on this earth through Gabe's Heart Foundation. Gabe's Heart Foundation, 501c3 organization. And you can go and donate today. You can register for the free walk. And if you're going to be walking wherever you are around the country, feel free to do that and just tag us on October 18th as well. Post your 1-minute video. We're still watching out for them. I see different ones. Some people are texting me your videos. Make sure you post them on social media and tag me, because I don't have a way to because then it's like I'm sending your video in. So if you could go to social media and post that video, that's where I need you to go. Okay. Please make sure you do that. All right, everybody. I love you all. It's been a wonderful time spending time with you. I hope you feel like you got a chance to be highlighted and learn about you too today.
Amen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. I did my job then. I'm done, y'all. Y'all have a great day. I love each and every one of you, and see you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show, and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you, and make it a great day.